look who it is. It is InitialMink playing as the Chaos Lord, and he's going to be fighting W playing as the Warlock. Today it's going to be on Greentooth Gorge, the infamous map full of garrisons, and funny looking garrisons as well, with faces in them. Very interesting. I don't know why they've got crude, human looking rock garrisons, but yeah, that's the thing. So we're back with the Chaos Lord. I just can't seem to avoid chaos. Oh my god, I tell you, all my replays feature chaos. It's just everyone's playing chaos at the moment, especially outside of the high level. Can't help it. The alternative replay to this was casting someone versus Crewfinity, I forget who, and that was a Chaos Mirror. So yeah, we got one Chaos Hero, at least we haven't got two, right? So we'll see how it goes. This was actually a replay that I downloaded a long time ago, and never got around to casting it. So here it goes for Middling Mondays. I don't know how middling it's going to be. I don't know who this W guy is. Obviously Mink is actually like, he's a solid intermediate player. You know, he has his days when he can actually take on high level players. He has his days when he loses to mid level players. But this W guy could be good. This could be a good game. Or it might be a very middling Mondays. But we'll find out soon enough, I suppose. So already we see something a little bit unusual. Both players are opting for only 2 units at the start. And that means double gens pretty much immediately for W. Nice timing on that. Really fast Guardian Weapon team. And then as soon as he gets that lined up, he goes for his next gen. Lots of free damage on the Chaos Lord here. Now W's kind of waiting around, waiting for the kill of the week. Chaos Lord does get the kill of the week. But now, yeah, he's a little bit vulnerable. Ooh, I was just going to say, it depends on how many special attacks he gets. And he procs one straight away there, which will do him good. Now, he needs to actually get another special attack to try and win. The problem is, of course, that if he starts winning the engagement, he has no hope of killing the Banshees, whereas the Banshees can quite easily kill him on retreat, just being faster. But if he procs enough specials and he starts bleeding models, you gotta remember, every time a model bleeds, that's minus 20% damage on that squad, so yeah. Potentially you can get to the point where it takes so long for them to finish off the CL that he actually can do a second kill of the week. Nice special from the Warlock there. Decent little special on the Warlock in terms of damage. The problem is it's really slow, very telegraphed, very easy to dodge. A lot worse than the Farseers in my opinion. One thing that's quite funny to note is that if you manage to destructor a Heretic squad, and the Heretic squad chases the Warlock, whilst the Warlock is chasing the CSM, you can proc a special in the CSM, and because he just goes stationary when he does the special and it takes so long to wind up, the Heretics will surround you, and it will one-shot the Heretics because they're already weak from the Destructor. So one Destructor into a melee special from the Warlock will one-shot Heretics, which is hilarious. Now, obviously that doesn't happen very often because you can't actually trigger special attacks fighting the Heretics in melee. You have to be attacking something else and have the Heretics chasing you, and that's why you should never ever chase the Warlock with Heretics when he's trying to hit ranged units. Just pro tip for you guys. What happened to those Banshees? They had to retreat for some reason. Because they met the Havocs, that makes sense. A very defensive use of the Havocs here on this side, but yeah, I like it. It secures all this front, so now you can drop down more gens, which you can definitely afford since he's only gone for one Heretic. I think he should be dropping the gens soon. He's not going to yet because he's going for upgrades. He's getting the AC, which is fine. He's getting Eternal War as well. I think that's less priority, but it's decent. Obviously that helps you focus down the Warlock. And we do see triple gens from W and the Node. Wonder if we're going to see the 4th gen or if he's going to go for an upgrade. Wow, what the hell was that? Okay, this is Middling Mondays, guys. He somehow managed to run up to here before getting suppressed, and then he, for some reason, felt the need to do a jump at the last second. I mean, make your mind up. It's one way or the other. Nice dodge with the grenade, though. I don't even know if that was intentional or not. It certainly worked out well for him. Alright, Havocs can push up now. Havocs should just bash this at close range. Setup teams at close range do huge damage. They can destroy the node quicker, and then Raptors can actually decap the power point, so... not the power point, the wreck point. So this is a bit of a fail. This is not very efficient use of the time. He might be a little bit scared of what's coming out, so he might not want to move the Havocs forward. He might want them as a fallback point, but I don't think that's wise. I mean, you clearly seen that you just forced off everything. What 4th squad could they get that's so scary? Will the Shuriken actually get into the building in time? It does. It does take a model loss as a result of that. Heretics are really going for the gen. It's not worth it. I have to back out after losing 2 models to the combat and then 1 to Doom Blast. CSM are not going to have time to finish this decap and not get caught by the Banshees. So they opt to finish the decap, which is fine. The alternative thing would have been to get in the garrison, but I guess it was wise not to, because look, the Guardians are en route. They would have grenaded them. And then if the Shuriken comes down and actually just starts shooting you, then you might have to pull out and then the Banshees can kill you in retreat. So, yeah, pretty dodgy. Not sure how these Banshees even lost a model. Did they really lose a model running in to fight the CSM then? That's very unlucky. When they're such high HP. One model might have just been at the front and all 3 ballers focus it. So we're seeing a super fast tech from W. But it's costing him. He obviously has the inferior end of the map control. I really don't like InitialMink's use of these Havocs. Way too liberal. Very lazy, I'd say. Very lazy use of Havocs. Not microing them at all. And look, I understand that getting setup teams is sometimes advisable for the small sunk cost and the low amount of upkeep that you pay for them, combined with how effective they can be at locking down an area of the map for minimal micro. But that's more applicable in the mid-game when you already have like 7 units in your army versus army fights. And I don't think that's very applicable here, so... Shame on you, Mink. You should be using these Havocs more aggressively. This power node definitely should not still stand. And while the Shuriken's just capping and D-set up, you should get down here, set up, and stop him decapping. Come on, man. Anyway, he managed to wipe the Banshees there in that engagement with the AC ticks. I assume that the CSM were providing some nice cover fire. I don't know why the Banshees took that engagement. You do not want to fight AC ticks with default Banshees. It is not a fight that favours them. The ticks will win unless you land a perfect destructor or something like that, which he didn't do. And now he's tier 2, he's got a Falcon, and now he's going to replace the Banshees. Wow, this Falcon looks fucking weird. There's just something dodgy going on with the textures there. It just looks strange. I don't like this shiny shit. Anyway. How is he going to deal with the Falcon? He's tier 2 and he's getting the Merciless Witchblade. W, I don't know what you're doing. This doesn't make any sense. If you're already tier 2, don't go for the Merciless Witchblade. I mean, do you really want to counter Raptors that hard? Fuck it. Just go for the Witchblade of Kernus. And then your ability from that will just nuke squads down. I mean... God, the AC ticks just killed your Banshees. If you get Witchblade of Kernus, you can kill 8 Heretics instantly in 1 click. Havoc still haven't moved. Maybe they just won't move for the entire game. Yeah, they are upgrading with the Mac of Zinch, which is fair enough. Wow, Mac of Zinch, Plague Marines on the way, and Raptors who can get the heavy melee from their leader. This is pretty fierce. CSM are trying to melee down the power node. Now that's obviously because if they're in melee they take less range damage, but they bleed a model straight away and then Banshees are in retreat path, so they got to get out of there. That was... I don't know, man. Look, the Havoc should have destroyed this node ages ago. Now this is still not really an engagement that the Heretics want to take because they just end up feeding the Warlock shitloads of XP. He just... Okay. Alright, Guardians. Yeah, very helpful. Thanks for your... contribution there. You can tell these guys are militia units, right? Fuck me, they've clearly not had a lot of experience in combat. Don't throw grenades on your own allies, jeez! Especially when they've clearly got it. Where are the Raptors? Okay, the Raptors come out now. They've got that Demon Maul ready to put in some serious action. Plague Marines are on the field with their dirty little stinky bolters. They're doing their thing. Slowly chipping away at the enemy. No upgrades yet for the Banshees in terms of Exarch. That Havoc got forced off by the Banshees, come back out in the field, as of the Heretics. I like this composition from Mink's side of the battlefield. I actually would prefer to be Mink in this scenario. I'd like to get some upgrades on the Chaos Lord, maybe a Blood Maw to control these Banshees. They seem to be causing a lot of havoc, fleeting around at the moment. Ooh, CSM trying to get into the garrison, but they get suppressed. They take full damage from melee when they're in that state, and they take forever to get into it. Is there going to be a grenade? Looks like there's no energy at the moment, but the Banshees can just wait for the grenade to come in. The Falcon can do some chip damage to them inside the structure as well. Ooh, but this is a lot of shit here. We've got a Chaos Shrine of Khorne, which periodically spawns bloodletters. They're going to be a big help to Mink. Ooh. Oh. I was going to say, I've seen the Falcon taking last cannon shots, but unfortunately the last cannon's walked into a shuriken there, so not a great position from him. Raptors managed to get the decap on the natural VP, that's alright. And the Guardians of the Banshees are forced off, but so is everything else down this side of the map. Now the Falcon can sort of push up the mid, alongside the Warlock going for the Champion's Robe. I don't really like this upgrade either. I really think he missed the opportunity to go for these War Gears. You get these War Gears in Tier 1, because they are, at the end of the day, Tier 1 War Gears, right? But the role that they have is largely overshadowed by the combination of the Witchblade of Kurnus in tandem with the Cloak of Shadows in Tier 2. The Cloak of Shadows, you see, increases your energy regen, so that compensates for the fact that the Witchblade of Kurnus costs energy to use its ability, and the Cloak of Shadows ability gives 50% damage resistance against ranged attacks to the Warlock, which is akin to the Banshees when they fleet with the Exarch. It's huge. Bit of a fuck up there from W. This is definitely a middling Mondays game. Totally loses his micro because he's too busy trying to deal with the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord has the Armour of Inferno now. That's going to be a nice tool to deal with the Banshees. Wait for them to charge in, and then Doom Blast them, hit them with a Inferno, and you're going to do some good damage. Mac of Tzeentch is an interesting choice here. I guess he does have the money for it. It does increase their DPS against light infantry as well, but I don't know. I mean, is it really necessary right now? To be honest, I've probably saved up for a Chaos Dreadnought. I think that would do pretty good at this point. Even a Blood Crusher, just something to skew the composition of W so that this Guardian Weapon team cannot retain its Shuriken. I feel like the Shuriken Cannon has done really well here. Wait, there's two Shurikens. Oh. Well, whatever. Maybe a Dreadnought's the way to go then. Keep it back and just shoot stuff with your autocannon from it. Plague Marine's doing really well right now. They're just so tanky, aren't they? Now, Falcon's backed off though, he's missed his opportunity, he needs to get out of there. Plus sacrifice on the Plague Marines, I don't know about that. I mean, he forces off the Banshees. No, I guess, I don't know. What's that, 200 red to kill 3 Banshees? It's probably not worth it, that. Not when you have Bloodlust as the Chaos. Wow, he's fully upgraded the Tzeentch CSM? That seems unnecessary. Beautiful, let the galaxy burn though. That might be a wiped Guardian squad just from the damage over time. Wow, that is close. If he had the Combi Bolter, it probably would be. Takes them down to 10 HP. Yeah, if he had the Combi Bolter, that'd be dead. Oh, a little bit early on the kill of the week. Oh, I guess he had no choice because he was getting his energy drained by the Warlock's Merciless Witchblade. I'm shocked to see fully upgraded CSM in this case. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The Plasma Gun actually does less DPS to light infantry than the bolter would. Ooh, is that going to be the dead Falcon? Plasma Gun finishes it off anyway. I think it was in range. It was going to die to the last cannon. Very bold push from the Falcon. Really shouldn't have pushed up that far with no support. And honestly, at this point, I think this game is in Mink's favour. This looks really rough for W right now. These CSM are kind of crazy in just how tanky they are. They will nuke down the Shuriken really fast if they catch it when it's not suppressing them. That's one thing to be said about the Plasma Gun. Wow, a lot of pressure from InitialMink. I like this Blood Sacrifice more because it's delaying that capture of the VP. And look at the VPs, there's only 150 VPs for W left. So to delay that capture while he's got the 2 cap, really, really important. I like that play. Now, we should see a Demonic Fury come out here onto the Banshee Exarch, probably kill him. Wow, point blank, let the galaxy burn. God, that does so much damage. Such a good anti-melee upgrade, that. I suppose you don't really need anything else, but I'd like to see the Blood more. Its passive, slow attacks will bleed the Banshee models quite nicely. Obviously, you can just do Sweeping Dooms as well. Then you can rely on the Let the Galaxy Burn more to counter the Shuriken, which would be good. These Shurikens have been a bit of a pest. But it's going to be difficult to keep them alive now all these things are getting leveled up. I wonder what Mink's going to go for in tier 3. Chaos tier 3 certainly is way better than the Eldar tier 3. I really think Terminators would just seal the deal here. Lightning Claw Terminators will be your nightmare. Because even if he goes for a Fire Prism, you've got so much AV, you don't really have to give a shit. AV, AV, AV. So Fire Prism should be able to get flanked by something. Take at least after a soft retreat out. And then the Terminators can just hold the ground easily. There's only piercing range damage. Banshees obviously will get wrecked by Lightning Claw Terminators. Man, he's always sacrificing the Plague Marines for the Blood Sacrifice. Really don't know about this. Looks like he's forgot about the Plague Marines. It's Mink. I think he might actually throw them. Oh no, he doesn't. Banshees in retreat path. Wow, the demonic summoning Bloodletters actually dissuaded the Banshees, kept them busy so they didn't get in retreat path here. I don't think they'd have killed them anyway. I'm not sure. Both level 2. This will be an interesting fight. Now, if the Raptors use Demonic Fury on the Exarch, they will win that fight quite handily. They don't like it though because the Warlock's coming over level 4 with the Merciless Witchblade. But VP pressure is immense right now. Warlock is focusing down the Aspiring Champion here. If the Aspiring Champion drops, that could be pretty brutal. Yeah, as I say, looks like he will drop soon. Was that 5 hits to kill him? Ooh, Raptor's gonna wipe. That's huge. There's 2 Shurikens on the field, that's huge. Wow, W has gone tier 3 to get an Autark. Interesting choice. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't disagree with the choice right now. The actual Autark is a great choice right now. Because he needs map control. He's down to 65 VPs. The Autark's great for map control. There's a lot of range DPS coming out as well from the CSM and the Plague Marines. And the Autark has a passive ability called the Scorpion Shield, which passively increases range damage resistance to nearby allies. Great for your Banshees. But again, Cloak of Shadows would have done that for the Warlock if he had it instead of the Champion's Robe. Not only does Cloak of Shadows give you the infiltration, all the 50% damage resistance on the Warlock, but it gives something like 20% damage resistance to all nearby Eldar as well. So combine that Cloak of Shadows buff with the Scorpion Shield of the Autark, and then the Fleet of Foot bonus with the Exarch. Basically, Banshee's going to take no DPS from range. But yeah, I like the Autark. She can now go off and cap this area of the map. Corn Shrine does defend it, but that shouldn't take too long to take out. The problem I have is with W going tier 3 in the first place, because what are your options in tier 3? You can get a Fire Prism. That's good if you're fighting a lot of elite troops. Maybe if there was like double Plague Marines, double CSM or something, fully upgraded. Fire Prism will knock them all over, control them. That's nice. But there's not really enough to warrant that, and there used to be Raptors as well, when you chose to go tier 3. Other than that, you can get Seer Council, but it's like, what does the Seer Council do for you that the Banshees don't already do, and the counters are the same? Like a Khorne Dreadnought would cause you problems, Lightning Claw Terminators would cause you problems. I would rather just stay tier 2 and get a Wraithlord. Or just stay tier 2 and get the Autark. Autark and Dark Reapers would have been really cool, because there is a lot of AV on the field. So maybe not Wraithlord, but yeah, Autark would have been awesome. Autark Dark Reapers, I think, would have been the shout. Wow, it looks like Mink is actually saving up for a Great and Clean one. I assume it's a Great and Clean one. You wouldn't get a Phobos, I don't think. I mean, I guess you could get a Phobos. 2 Bright Lances shouldn't do that much of a deal against it. Okay, he's going for a Guo. That's fine. I think the Guo is the better choice than the Land Raider Phobos. And he actually has the time to do it because he's got such a gigantic VP lead. But, my god, W is going to be able to get an Avatar soon. How crazy is it for W to have gone tier 3 on sub 100 VPs, bought an Autark as his only tier 3 purchase, and then saved up for an Avatar with this low VPs? That is so fucking ballsy. I would like to see some more Webwood Gates coming down. It would have been a prime opportunity while the Shuriken cached here to drop a Webwood Gate down here. Should be dropping Webwood Gates over here as well, because this is basically going to come down to VPs. Well, I mean, it might not. We could get a crazy engagement. Oh, look at the Autark hopping over cover. She can just jump over there. That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, that Corn Shrine got wrecked. And InitialMink is now completely off the field. The thing is, he doesn't have any melee counters. Okay, he's got the Blood Maul. I like that. He needed that a long time ago, I think. Obviously help him against the melee options on the field. But just the passive 100 melee DPS, it's really nice. Because it actually does way more than that per swing. It's really good at bleeding infantry. Oh, look at Let the Galaxy Burn. Such good war gear. Just the ability to disrupt the Shuriken like that. So nice. Yep, we're going to see a Guo versus Avatar. Oh, sweet. Now, the Avatar does give the CSM purpose. Holy shit, these guys will do so much damage to the Avatar. But he needs to protect them. So he needs to keep the CL nearby to use the Blood Maul. There's no energy for the Demonic Swing, though, because the Merciless Switchblade has drained all his energy. Oh, no, no, don't wipe the CSM now. Oh, God, they're going to wipe him. Oh, no. Oh, that's so bad for Mink. That is so bad. To have lost his fully upgraded CSM, which only just would start paying off against the fucking super heavy infantry armor of the Avatar, that is the worst time to lose them. He's going to miss them so badly trying to kill the Avatar. Turns out this Merciless Witchblade is doing amazing. The energy drain on it is just so powerful. He can actually drain the Guo's energy with that as well. And the Guo without any abilities is just way weaker. His abilities are amazing. Especially Cloud of Flies or Swarm of Flies. Whatever his AoE knockback and damage over time ability is, that's just amazing at fighting enemy melee. Why is he going for Bloodletters? What the hell, Mink? Just wait for Terminators, God. Or get a tank. A tank right now would be amazing. Because you can use the Guo to just walk forward and tie up any Bright Lances. And then you get a Corn tank behind it. And that will bleed all of the infantry. And the Corn tank's so fast you can whiz around the map and protect your VPs. VPs are going to be crucial here. Triple cap against Mink and he's down now under 250. The Avatar is trying to solo the Guo. This is going to be a very, very slow fight. They both do not do a lot of DPS at all. Ooh, nice Swarm of Flies. Look at the damage that does even to level 4 Banshees. Crazy. Bright Lance is up. I mean, I don't know if I'd have even bothered with a Bright Lance against the Guo. Wow, the Avatar's getting wrecked. God, the Avatar's so shit. There's not even any Tzeentch Chaos Space Marines. Jesus Christ. If the Tzeentch Marines were here, the Avatar would have died so long ago. What on earth? Whoops, sorry about that. Oh my god, he's gonna die. The Avatar's dead already. Oh wow, he is trash. Fuck me, the Avatar is so useless. I always complain about the Avatar's viability, and part of it is, like, this is the problem basically. The Eldar late game infantry is trash. To be honest, W should have like some Seers if he's going to go Avatar. Seers would rip the Guo to pieces so long as you can bait out the Cloud of Flies. Like, oh my god, this is just falling to pieces. In spite of the CSM loss, this is awful. Get the Autark out, please, get the Autark out. You don't need to take this engagement, you've got a bit of time. Get the Autark out, man. Oh my god, he's going to lose everything. He's going to lose the Warlock. Guo needs to hit the Warlock. Yeah, the Warlock's dead. No, hit the... Doesn't need to, the Bloodletters kill him. Wow. That Bright Lance has been firing the whole time, it just doesn't do anything. Because of the massive HP pool on the Guo. And now it's wipes. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? What the fuck is going on? This is a middling Mondays and a half. I don't even know what the CL was doing over here. I think he took out maybe a Webway Gate. Forced off eventually. I mean, the Guardians can just get out the garrison now. They really don't need to be in the garrison. They need to be capping the VP. I don't know what he's doing. No. Seer Council's coming out. Guo's moving up as well. Did actually spend the time to heal in base. Did they wipe? Or were they blood sacrifice? No, they were legit Bloodletters that just got killed. Wow. Well, there should be enough time for this to continue for one more engagement. Unfortunately, Foul Snare seems to have failed there. It seems to fail whenever the target is always in a special. It's very odd like that. Guo does not have a lot of HP. This is not good. Disrupts the cap though. Oh, is he going to win it with the cap disrupt? That's... yeah, he's won it. He's won it. Oh my god. And the Lascan actually destroys the building. How often do you see that? That's crazy. Wow. Holy shit, Mink. What the fuck was this game? W's micro just got wrecked. I don't know what the Seers were doing. They could have easily killed the Guo there. And they obviously needed to have been on the cap. And I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I think my concluding comments here will go back to the Avatar. The Avatar's shit. I think the Avatar is okay in team games when you can buff your allies with it. Because the main thing with the Avatar is its buffs, right? Let me just have a little look at the Avatar's buffs. As an actual combat unit, the Avatar is shit. Its abilities, its active abilities, are way too easy to dodge. They're so slow and telegraphed. Unless you do some bullshit like warp throw people into them, it's trash. Its actual HP is pretty low, and its damage is horrendous. But it has an aura, and its aura is its main value. So the Avatar aura, allied infantry units within a radius 32 do 30% more damage and receive 30% less range damage and are immune to suppression. So you take less range damage for your army, become immune to suppression, and do more damage. That's within radius 32. Remember that gun range is 38, so that's pretty fucking huge. It's basically your whole army if you use the Avatar defensively, and you should never use the Avatar as a line breaker. You don't need to as Eldar. You can force the enemy to come to you using your artillery weapons, the Fire Prism and the D-Cannon, and then you have your Avatar defensively buffing your army. Now, the problem for Eldar is that they only have one tier 3 infantry option, and that's the Seer Council, who, they're good, but they're not Terminators, they're not knobs. They're more of a mobility and sort of killing unit. So you use them on the sidelines, you don't want them in army versus army fights. And this is a problem, and it's something that eventually I think the Elite mod will address in the next, the patch after the next, when we give Eldar some more unit options and potentially rework some of the existing units. Dark Reapers. Hopefully they'll have some better late game infantry at that point, and then that might in turn make the Avatar better, because imagine an Avatar if you could field Terminators. I'm not saying Eldar should ever be able to do that, that'd be insane, but just imagine it. Terminators that take 30% less range damage and do 30% more damage? That's fucking nuts, man. But Eldar can't. Their best infantry is Seer Council, Banshees, Dark Reapers. Like, yeah, not that good. Anyway, that's it from this Middling Mondays. We got to see an Avatar and a Guo duel. How cool is that? Thanks, Torpid. And if you really appreciate that and you've got a few spare peas going around, check the description. You can follow the link to my Buy Me a Coffee and Buy Me a Coffee, which is a way of donating to support the channel, if you can do so. Otherwise, hit that subscribe button, because we've got regular uploads 2 times a week, every Monday and every Thursday at 9 PM BST. That is all from your boy Torpid today. Hope you enjoyed Middling Mondays. Torpid out.